Hey, it's Big E here. I'm here with part 2 of the crankcase evacuation system. On part 1, you saw where we took the valve cover, we drilled the hole, we had the clearance stuff out. Took a little bit of trial and error, and we got the grump to go in nice and round. We got the breather to go in and push in and hold real hard, so we know we're not going to have a vacuum leak. An oil leak, I'm sorry. And we're going to pull good vacuum out of the motor with those breathers to get all the junk and a blow by and any other pressures that's building up, and with the high compression motor and other stuff, get that junk out of there and blow it out the exhaust. So now what we got here is we got the we have the actual turn down. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drill the hole in here, and we're going to try welding the bung in there. Okay, so we have this secured in a vise. So we're going to take our center punch again, and I have it marked here, and we're going to put a nice mark there. Once again, we're going to take, I should be using a smaller drill bit, I know, but for the sake of time, I'm going to use a 1/2 inch. You should probably start with something like 1/4 inch, something like that. Drill a pilot first, okay? Get that to go through. Then step up to a 1/2 inch, and then you can go to, depending on how big of a hole you're drilling, then you can go up to your step drill bit, okay? But for the saving time today, I'm going to start with the 1/2 inch, just make sure everything's straight, and just take my time. We're going to drill the hole. So we're going to drill this hole through the exhaust turn down here, being careful that we get that tip of the drill bit, which is sharp, by the way, because as you can see, sliced myself with the tip of the drill bit. I was wondering what that was, and then I figured out what it was. So here we go. We're going to drill this through, and as you can see, with it being freaking round, it's going to walk on me. Once you get it started, Alright, so we have that hole drilled. Can't talk today. We have that hole drilled. So we'll remove the drill bit. Now this moved inside the vise. So I think what I'm going to do, there's a pipe clamp thing there. So I'm going to push it down more into the vise so it holds it steadier for me. So we'll take our step drill, and we'll put that in, and we'll make sure we get our chuck nice and tight so it doesn't slip. So I'm thinking I gotta go 11/16 on this. So now watch it now work for me. Okay. Okay, where am I at right now? Hard to see. I mean, it does have markings here, but the lighting is terrible, and I can't really see. Let me try spinning the drill a little bit here. Maybe. Let me see if I just. So that tells me I'm at 9/16 right now. So I have about 2 steps to go here, I believe, with the dirt and me getting old. It's kind of hard to breathe. So yeah, we got a little bit to go. And I believe we got one more step. Okay, so now we're going to check. No, not quite yet. It's not quite big enough yet. And the other thing too is we're going to have to make it all like an oval, because again, this is going to be on an angle. So we got to go probably another step yet. Or two, because you do want some play, because I'm going to need to get in there. Okay, so there we go. But as you can see, it's not, we want it more on an angle. So what we're going to do, because this has a little more steel content in it, contrary to the with what we said in the last video, with the rasp we want to use, we're going to use something that might be, and plus we're going to be welding it. So we want to use something that's a little more coarse. So we're going to use this rasp. It's a little radical, but it's one of those things you got to play with it and see how it works. If it doesn't work right, then you have to change to something else. So we're going to give this a shot. Make sure we tighten this up real good. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we want to just oblong it a little bit. And time to time, you want to stop and check it. That's pretty close, maybe a little bit more yet. And we should be at about that angle you want to be at. So we're gonna So let's check that. That should be pretty good. Oops, we have it upside down. That right there is pretty good. Now, the other thing we got to check too is the depth. So maybe what I'll do is we're going to take a vice grip to hold it in place. And naturally I drop it. So what we want to do is we're gonna try these new welding rods. I found them. I say I hate to sometimes say I hope I didn't get suckered, but I saw them on Facebook. Simple Solutions has these welding rods, and that's them. They advertise that you can weld non-magnetic metal with it. I figured, hey, maybe I can, give it a shot and see if it works. Basically, what it sounds to me like it's the old. I don't know if anybody remembers what used to be the old gas welding. Where you use a acetylene torch, and you would heat up the metal and the rod, and it would like turn like a funky like purple flame, and it would melt the rod, and it had the metal, and you would just it was kind of like a different, almost like soldering. It reminded me of, but you're doing it with an acetylene torch. So supposedly you can use a propane torch with these rods, and you heat this up and you melt this in like you're soldering, and it's supposed to weld it together like your regular welding with, you know, MIG, TIG, whatever. So I kind of got the rod because I want to see if they work. And I figured this would be an opportunity to try them out and see how they work. So I'm having a little issue right now. I didn't think it would be, but I think my vice grip isn't working with me, as far as it's not going to hold it in place for me. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to hold it somehow. I want to index this so that way I know I got to line those lines up, because that's how the angle is cut on the vent. Now, yeah, sorry about this. So we're gonna get one of these rods apart here. Hopefully we don't need more than one rod, or else I'm in trouble. And then what I'm going to do is, oh, it would be nice if that would hold. Let me try one more thing here. Try to look at my bag of tricks to see if I can find something that might work a little bit better. Yay. I'll give this a shot. Sometimes you gotta improvise, folks, and that sometimes takes a little too much time. So I'm gonna turn this all the way out. And I'm gonna, you know what, that's not bad. Maybe it looks like this might work. So what I'm gonna do, again, I'm gonna line this up. Let me turn this a little tighter yet. Get my marks that I made lined up, and I'll show you the marks once I'm done here. Okay, so if I can do that, that'd be great. Now, what I don't know is if that rod's gonna conduct heat, so I'm gonna put my glove on to be on the safe side. So here we go. Here goes everything. Turn on our gas, light our torch. They always say the tip of the blue flame is the hottest, so that's what we want to do here. Torch isn't cooperating with me as usual. I'll try it from this side. I'm not quite sure how hot they want this to get. I mean, and this torch cooperating would be good too. No, folks, I think I got scammed. Because I just don't see this working. Push comes to shove, I'll just get my welder out. All right, folks, I'm going to have to take a look at this some more. But anyway, you can see the gist of how it is. It got a little bit there. I think it's a crock. Maybe I need to use MAP gas. Maybe I need to find acetylene. But anyway, it didn't work out. Hey, that's the way it goes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to check in on it. If I can't get it to work, I'm going to try my regular flux welder on it and see if maybe I can run a bead with that. And then I'll just have to come back with that, do an update, because I'm not going to waste any more time with something if it's not going to work. So anyway, hope you learned a little bit about how to do it. At this point, the only thing left to do is weld it onto the exhaust pipe. And again, you want to have where the vent tube, let me see if I can dig one here. The vent tube, you see how it's cut on a 45. So you want that. Here's your exhaust flows going this way. So your exhaust pipe, you can adjust it, but you want the exhaust flow, you're going to see your exhaust flow, you're going to want it to go and actually create the vacuum to pull out your pressures out of the crankcase pressure. And that's the theory behind it. So I hope you learned something. I'm going to see if I can get this welded up. This might end up going into a part 3 when we do final install, but we'll go over that then. So, drew a blank, sorry about that. But yeah, I'm going to try with this. I'm going to try getting it welded. And then part 3, there's going to be a part 3 when we actually put it on the car, we run the hose, and we check for leaks, fire up the car, check everything out. So that will be coming hopefully in a couple days. And you'll get that figured out. So everyone take care. Watch out for each other. Like and subscribe. Please. Comment. Eric, you're an idiot for getting those rods. That's what I feel like. I'm going to play with it a little bit. If not, I'm going to use my other welder. Check me out on Instagram, Eric Snyder 26. Check me out Facebook, Big E's Drag Specialties on Facebook. Check that out. You can email me at ericsnyder802@gmail.com. Any ideas for any future stuff, any topics you want me to do, or any questions, or whatever. Or if you have any suggestions to make these videos better and more informative. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me. Sometimes things don't always go the way you hope. This is one of those examples. So I'm gonna have to drop back and punt and see what I do here. All right, everybody take care. Watch out for each other. Give your kids an extra hug today, and we'll see ya.